Contraception. What is it, and why is it important? Contraception is known as birth control. It is a device, drug, or agent that people use to prevent conception or pregnancy. It comes from the word contra, which means against, and ception, which means the act of conceiving a child. Contraception literally means against the act of conceiving a child. There are many types of contraception, both for men and women. The pill, condom, diaphragm, cervical cap, intrauterine device, contraceptive sponge, spermicide, contraceptive injections, vaginal ring, and the contraceptive patch. So, how do they work? Some contraceptives help prevent pregnancy by stopping the egg from being released every month, while other contraceptives, such as the barrier and IUD methods, prevent sperms from reaching the egg. Some contraceptives block the reproductive function. Some prevent a fertilized egg from implanting in the uterus. As we all know, contraception goes against Catholic teachings. In this part, the question, why is the Catholic Church against its use, pops out. Sex is more than the wedding vows made flesh. Some couples say that they will be open to life, but will contracept between kids. In other words, they will be completely open to life, except when they sterilize their acts of love. Again, sex is more than the wedding vows of made flesh, as quoted by the Italian Jesuit Cardinal Carlo Martini. In the Bible, the man-woman couple is not meant to be simply a preservation of the species, as is the case for the other animals, insofar as it was called to become the image and likeness of God. It expresses in a boldly tangible way the face of God, which is love. The Humanae Vitae, the encyclical document issued on the 25th of July, year 1968, and is written by Pope Paul VI. The term Humanae Vitae in English means of human life. This document talks about how serious the transmission of human life is to married people, the inseparable connection between union and procreation. This is an act of mutual love, which impairs the capacity to transmit life. Us people shall acknowledge God's design by respecting the laws of conception, which allows us to be the minister of the design established by the Creator. Therefore, with this, the artificial birth control, sterilization, and abortion are to be absolutely excluded as lawful means in regulating the number of children. Last is that the Church also fear that the man would be growing used to the employment of anti-conceptive practices, may finally lose respect for the woman, and no longer caring for her physical and psychological equilibrium. The Arch Law is a law in the Philippines that guarantees universal access to methods on contraception, fertility control, sexual education, and maternal care. The issue with abortion and contraception is that they are usually confused with each other. The RH Bill's purpose is to reduce the number of abortions by providing access to information and services. A research by the Guttmacher Institute revealed that the use of contraceptives reduced abortion rates by 85%. In the Philippines, many have attempted to undergo abortion because it has become a family planning method. This is due to the fact that there is a huge absence of information and access to reliable methods of preventing unwanted pregnancies. One's choice on the use of contraception would depend on whether they deem this action moral or not. We must be sensitive on how we decide to express our views, especially towards those who do not follow the same practices as us. Human life is said to be sacred. The dignity of human persons is the foundation of a moral vision for society. Contraception may inspire an irresponsible behavior that could lead to tolerance and acceptance, changing the rules of society. Personalities are unleashed into the environment that could influence other identities.
Well, usually ang sinasabi natin dito is sex is traditionally for procreation. Pero, let's be real. Sa totoo lang, ang sex ay ginagamit rin for recreation. Hindi naman lang nagsisex ang married couples or couples in general just to bear a child. Ginagamit rin nila to show love to each other. And syempre, yung pagkakaroon ng, well, sabihin natin, nakakawala ng stress ang sex. And, well, it's fun for some people. So,
It's both for pleasure and procreation,
Okay.
to complete the family.
It's an activity to show affection for, especially for married couples, no? Yun yung naiisip here in the Philippines. For other people who are not married, sex is, for them, at least what I think is, it's a way for them to express their love or intimacy for one another.
well, okay. Contraception is not bad in general. Kasi, kapag sinasabi naman natin contraception, we don't only use it to, quote-unquote, not have children. Ginagamit rin ito to protect ourselves from sexually transmitted diseases. And mas maganda na rin magkaroon ka ng protection anytime you have sex. Except if you want to have children. If you don't want to have children, syempre, always use protection.
Provided it does not destroy or destroy life. Because that means to say, for example, if your way of contraception is through a vasectomy or tubal ligation, there is not really human life as you know it, because it prevents the fertilization of the egg. The sperm cannot reach the ovum, so there's life. Life starts once the egg is fertilized. That's the beginning of life.
I am pro for the use of contraception.
Hindi ako naniniwala na overpopulated ang Philippines. Naniniwala ako na overpopulated ang Metro Manila. Ang rami nating mga lupa, pero marami ng tao kasi pupunta sa Metro Manila. But, besides that, I still believe na to control overpopulation in Metro Manila and to control the population growth, naniniwala ako na mas kailangan natin na encourage yung mga tao gamitin ang contraception.
There is no other way. You cannot improve production, you cannot improve wealth. By all means, you have to do that, because if there is so limited resources for so many, everybody will suffer.
Well, in a lot of conservative societies, naniniwala sila na contraception is basically a sin. Individuals, youth in general, don't use contraception or actually buy the contraception in the first place kasi nahihiya sila and naniniwala sila that it is in general a sin. Ngayon, ang problema doon, hindi sila nabibili ng condom dahil sa paniniwala na yon. So, in the future, there's a chance na magkaroon sila ng anak or actually transmit STDs.
Other people do sex just for the sake of it. You know, once you do something, there should be an individual responsibility. And there is no individual responsibility. You just do it. Do it ka na lang nang do it. Hindi ka naman responsible sa results of what you did. Then generally, you have to look down on that.
The stigma that it will encourage people to engage in premarital sex.
Of course not. And who has the right to actually say na ang isang tao ay morally upright? Is in our ultimate goal is to reduce the chances na magkaroon pa ng isa pang unwanted child dito sa balat ng mundo. I don't see it as unethical.
Not necessarily. For example, depending on what kind of contraception they do. A vasectomy is accepted. Abortion is not.
For me, this doesn't make the individual morally unethical. The use of contraception for me can also be a way of being responsible for your actions.
Sa Catholic Church, iniisip nila sa Catholic Church na sex is just for procreation.
Pro-choice people are very aggressive most of the time. They're very active about the legality of abortion. They want abortion legalized.
They should not be against its use because it will promote a healthier, for me at least, a healthier planning for each family.